There was a up until a couple weeks ago a full skate and school facility in Afghanistan in Kabul.
Oh man,
and Mazar Sharif. They had two facilities where they were doing education, especially for girls, and skating, and it's gone. It's all gone.
Yeah, now the Taliban's like, we're doing the ollies, bro.
Well, when the Taliban took over, when Kabul fell, I was
Taliban-
actually involved in getting the Skatistan staff out. It was heavy.
That's crazy.
I was sending emails to all kinds of state representatives and people in human rights groups, and it finally got to a dude that was there on the ground, like by the fence, and literally texting this dude. I wasn't in that process, but they were texting him like, this is one girl wearing this shirt, this one wearing this shirt, and he's pulling
nuts, man. How many
I met
staff?
the dude. I actually met him 2 days ago because he just got back from Afghanistan, and he lost some men in that suicide bomber.
Oh my god! How much staff were there at Skatistan that you got out?
We got 80 people out.
Holy shit, man!
Dude.
That is
it was gnarly. It was like all night emails and texting, and I mean, I'm just thankful it got to the right person.
Yeah, I mean, that situation was crazy. At one point, we were talking about was it the Mexican embassy workers that were or what embassy was it? Spanish embassy that were literally taken out by like a meme account, had to communicate with the Taliban.
Well, the Spanish government didn't do a good enough job fucking negotiating with the Taliban at all ahead of time. So some random fucking dude with like a fucking Groiper Pepe the Frog avatar was like, "Hey, we're not your enemies." Like in I guess it was Arabic. I don't know.
Yeah.
But like he was like writing out like Google Translate, like, "We're not your enemies. Can you please let our embassy staff out?" And they were like, "Yeah, sure. It's chill."
That shit is so.
That's
heavy,
the thing.
man.
That's the thing that's so wild is that like this was facilitated and negotiated previously by the American government. It was like, of course, it was going to be chaotic no matter what happens, because like you're basically giving the country back to the Taliban after fighting them for 20 years and losing over and over again for 20 fucking years. It's just it's really sad, but we here in the United States had a lot to do with the situation there, from originally radicalizing the Pashtun and arming them and creating this like reactionary counterforce to the socialist government of Afghanistan, all the way back from the fucking Carter era to now. And then finally giving Afghanistan back to the Taliban, and then being like, "All right, we did a great job. Congratulations, guys, we did it." And it's really shitty when you think about the human suffering that not only we cause, but then also continue to cause. And hopefully one day the people of Afghanistan will be able to fight back and build their own country, not one that is dominated by an eclectic group of radicalized fundamentalist warlords, but instead, people that like to skate and shit.
Yeah. Well said.
Yeah, it was it was really hard because this guy Oliver Perkovich, who started Skatistan, he started it about I think it was like 10 years ago, maybe 12 years ago.
Right.
And he just watched 10 years of work wiped away in 2 days.
Up in flames.
Gone.
Yeah.
But the thing about Skatistan is that they did get a lot of traction. So they do have facilities in Cambodia and South Africa, and soon to be possibly Jordan. So
that's dope.
That concept is living onward, but it all started in Kabul, and it's crazy, man. It was there were a bunch of staff that were there was a couple years ago, there was a Academy Award. There was a short film about Skatistan that won an Academy Award.
Hey, just quickly to our
was,
listeners, if they wanted to support, is there a website or anything that they can go to, or should they just Google Skatistan, or is there
Skatistan.org. Yep.
There you go.
Yeah, because they're still doing great. I mean, their work is
Yeah.
incredible. I've been to the Cambodia and the South African facilities, and I stand by it. I mean, we support it through our foundation as well, the Skate Park Project. But what I was saying is, this short film won an Academy Award, and then there were all these staff that were in the documentary criticizing the Taliban, and then when Kabul fell, they were stuck there. So that was the big push.
That's so heavy.
Yeah.
Oh, that sucks.
I'm saying it, dude.